Oh, it's devastating.
I just pulled up to my spot, and this buck is in there right now.
Oh man, this freaking deer, dude.
Stands ready, scrapes ready. Now we wait. We are back in the stand that I hung for. I don't really have a name for this deer. I mean, if anything, it's just wonky. He's always been wonky the last 3 years I've hunted him. He's old as the hills, just an old man. The last 2 Georgia openers, I've had him in front of me both opening weekends, and he's back, same spot, and I've tried to shift things around on him to try and trick him this time. I'm hoping this is the 3rd time as the charm, and this is gonna trick him. He has been feeding down this hillside every single day. In my mind, he's coming, 100%. It's just a matter if we're gonna trick him or not this time. All right, guys, welcome to the story of Willie. I hunted this deer for 3 seasons, 2022, 2023, and was lucky enough to take him in 2024. This is a deep history story. It's rare to have this amount of history with a deer. This deer was old, he was smart, and he was slick. I had encounters with him every opening day for 3 years in a row. And he avoided me the first 2, but we got him on the 3rd. And couldn't be happier with this deer.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
It's a little bit like saying goodbye to an old friend. He's definitely not the biggest deer ever, but that's not what it's always about. I love the chess match. And to me, the chase, the pursuit, that's what drives me. That's what it's all about. So without further ado, let's jump into the story of Willie. So the story of Willie begins really in 2020, 2021. I don't even know if I still have these old pictures, but he was basically just a normal looking 8-pointer. And fast forward to 2022, and I could tell he grew out wonky, weird. Like I called him, I didn't have a name for him or anything like that for a long time. I just called him wonky because he just grew out so wonky, and I was like, I think he's had some kind of injury. Nevertheless, he was one of the bucks that I had my sights set on for the 2022 season, and what I knew about this deer from previous years was that he really liked this place early season. He was always there around opening weekend, and this was the year that I was gonna go after him. So put in a strategy. This place is a little bit difficult to hunt. It's pretty untouched. Swirls a lot in there. It's a vortex in here of scent. So keeping that in mind, we kept our access super short and tried to stay as close to the person that gave us permission as possible, trying to get away with whatever we could, playing our winds right. We get in there and set up. I got my buddy Tristan in there with me, and we're sitting there, we're seeing some deer. Last light, the floodgates open.
There's 2 other bucks fighting on the hill. Hopefully that big deer is here. He'll just kind of hear that and be chill.
And we're looking at some deer to my left, and all of a sudden Tristan's like,
Big deer coming in from your right. This is a big deer. That's it. Where you want him? Where you want him? can't shoot him. I got a limb in my way. Okay. All right, ready?
Yep.
I got a limb in my way. You on him? I see him again.
I think our thermals switched right at the end there. The wind was perfect all night, but as these deer start to come in, these thermals start to shift. And as I come to draw and I'm sitting on them, there's a little buck, little 8-pointer down below us that caught our wind, and I think saw a bit of my movement when I drew, and blew out of there, and it blew all the deer out, blew him out, and I should have had him dead. In 2022 opening day, I should have had him dead. 25 yards, perfectly broadside, but that one little sapling going up his crease saved his life, and then the 8-pointer below me blowing also saved his life that night.
Dude.
That's honestly heartbreaking.
Oh, it's devastating.
Especially with what we've been through with these deer.
Rest of the 2022 season, he goes nocturnal after that, hung around for a week or two, and then disappeared. And I never knew where he went. He would disappear every single year after October for me, and I just never knew where he went. So fast forward to the end of 2022, and bang, he shows back up on one of my cameras several miles away, probably 3-4 miles away. And so we are back after him late season, giving it a run to see if we can finish the story with him. I was too late. I just pulled up to my spot, and this buck is in there right now. Gosh, dang it. And I'm leaving town tomorrow for probably like a week. Oh my gosh. If I hadn't gotten caught up today, we would have a dead deer on the ground right now. He's in there. I just checked my camera. He's in there right now. So I definitely don't want to go in there and blow him out, so I'm not hunting tonight. I may slip down here and see if I can't just lay eyes on him with the binos just to see him. Dang it, man. If we'd have been here 30 minutes earlier, 20 minutes earlier, we'd have had him. I see him. He's on the very high side of this ridge. There's a couple of little bucks that are trying to come into the feed. He just run along. Let's see if I can get a camera clip of him, but I think he's too far away. There's too many leaves. I just saw a giant deer. I feel like I might have just put not necessarily a big piece of the puzzle together, but I found where he came from, which is a big just piece of information to know of kind of where he's bedding. This deer does not live here. I only see him in here starting in October, and I've got 2 years of history with this deer. This is one of those just stories that we love to tell. That was amazing just to even see him. We've got about 2 weeks left of the season. I'm honestly counting the days down, just hoping that he makes it. He's close, and I got a good feeling that he will. So fast forward back to the summer of 2023. It's a new year, putting cameras out, and lo and behold, he's made the journey back home to his summer hideout. Comes opening day, and again, wind is perfect, blowing right back in the way we came in, and here they come.
It's a big deer, dude. That's a deer I was hunting last year. He's full velvet. He's coming right to us. Right here.
Last light, the whole bachelor group comes in. He's with another buck, still in velvet, and they're coming in. And yeah, a year later to the date, I'm sitting here ready. They're at 25 yards and coming, and I'm thinking it's about to happen again. And again, right at last light, thermal shift, they fall down into this bowl. Happened to us again, boom. Deer catch our scent and blow out of there.
He's taunting us. He's just down the creek from us right now.
Oh man, this freaking deer, dude. 2 years in a row now. 2 years in a row, had him in front of us.
So fast forward a couple months, November, December rolls on, and I'm still looking for him, I end up getting permission to run a camera on a piece of property, and wouldn't you know it, like he's there, he's daylighting all the time. I was not able to get hunting permission there. I was actually able to stand on top of a parking garage and film him with my phone, feeding on this ridge, eating on old acorns, and just kind of doing his thing, bebopping around. And I could tell then for real, like he had a leg injury, this injury he's got, like there's something going on downstairs that's thrown him off. Again, he's grown back really weird and wonky again. And it's just, I'm like, there's some kind of injury there that I can't tell what it is, but something's going on. So never had a chance at him again in the 2023 season. And now it brings us to 2024. We're back, summer months. I'm waiting on him to come home, running cameras, bang, he's back again. All right, Georgia deer season incoming in about a week. And I'm back after this buck that I don't really have a name for him, maybe Wonka or Wonky or something. He's always been really wonky. I've hunted him for 3 years, and this is the third year, I've had him in front of me the last 2 opening weekends. So this deer only spends his early season here, and basically mid-October, he makes a 4-mile move. He makes his rotation, comes back, I believe sometime in April, and spends his summer and September here. So we're about to go back in, and I need to come up with a new game plan to hunt this deer. I've got to throw him a curveball. I've hunted this property every which way, but I think I've got an idea of how we can get on him, and it's going to take the right winds, obviously, but we're going to be playing our thermals right, and we're going to cut him off at the base of this hillside before he kind of funnels down to this creek bottom. So hoping that this is the year.
Is this the area?
Yeah. So here's the trick with this property. I've hunted this place basically like every which way you possibly can. I've hunted it from this side, from the far side. They travel this knoll. There's a massive hilltop here. They bed on that, and we'll travel this knoll all the way down. The issue I have is on the other side, I'm basically at the top of a small hill, and when the thermals switch in the evenings, the thermals are pulling down towards the deer. I've been busted the last 2 times I've had this deer in front of me because of it. See this creek ditch right here? I think if I get on this side, obviously our wind would have to be right to hunt this side, but I think if I get on this side and our thermals start to fall, I think they're gonna follow that creek ditch and basically come all the way on out here, as opposed to if they're on that knoll. Like I think it's gonna work. So I really wanna look on this side and pick the right tree. Got her hung. Some of y'all probably watch that and think that's unnecessarily high. Maybe it is. But there's a rhyme to the reason, and the reason is these southern deer are really good at picking people out of trees. And so the higher the better, just completely out of line of sight. But 2, also, I want to try and get my scent as high in a way as possible from them. And I'm hoping that our thermals will pull straight down that creek ditch. And if they're in here, they're usually bedding on this hilltop. This hilltop up here, they can bed at the top and see everything in here. So we're gonna have to be really careful getting in here, but there's also tons and tons of white oaks on that hilltop. I think that's why these deer come in here really heavy this time of year. It's why he's here early, and then I think he leaves. It's because these are where there's a lot of white oaks and he's just been in here forever. So if they're in here, they're gonna come from that hilltop, and if he gets to about right here, he's already done. That's kind of the strategy, is to hopefully scent and everything will pull that way. And if he gets to here coming down that hill, I've got a mock scrape up here that we're gonna freshen up real quick. I'm hoping we can end the game on this one. All right, last but not least, this is our bonehead spray. This is gonna be available for the first time. It's always been like really hard to get a hold of. Our good buddy Steve in town makes it. We're helping him get it in the hands of more people this year. So we're coming out with our version of it that Steve has been brewing for, I mean, he's been making this stuff for us for at least 12 years. I mean, I even remember back to using it for Zeus and Bane, like at the very beginning. This is the best stuff that we have ever used, 100%. It's a very small batch kind of deal. Steve is a wizard with his little potions that he makes. And so all you do, this is the bonehead spray. Our bottle is gonna have, it's a different bottle. It doesn't leak. You can lock it, keep it in your truck, no problems. Couple sprays on the licking branch, couple sprays in the scrape. You don't have to overdo it. So if you're interested in trying it, it's the best stuff we've used. Get on our website. Dude, the stage is set. We need to leave this place alone. Season comes in like a week and a half. He's using this area. I've had him in front of me the last two opening weekends. Hopefully third time's the charm. Stands ready, scrapes ready. Now we wait. We'll be back here opening day. We are back in the stand that I hung for. I don't really have a name for this deer. I mean, if anything, it's just wonky. He's always been wonky the last 3 years I've hunted him. He's old as the hills, just an old man. I'm flying solo, so I am self-filming for a couple reasons. One, half the scent. I have gone above and beyond with my scent control on this one because it's just so swirling here all the time. It's just a big drainage and it just is a vortex in here. And the second reason is I used to self-film all the time and it's just fun. Kind of like taking it back to the roots a little bit. I love hunting with buddies. I love hunting with camera guys. I'm tight with all of them. Thomas, Cody, Caleb, Clay, Ryer, all these guys. And I enjoy their company, but I will say nothing like going solo dolo, just lone wolfing it. So. That'll get the blood pumping. I mean, that is a really nice buck. It's just not the one we're after. What's crazy is 2 seasons ago, that buck blew out from underneath me and saved the buck we're after's life. Now, early in the season, they're running buddies, but right now, when he's in here, the buck we're after is not in here at all. So I'm really hoping that this buck moves on out of here. It's still super early. It's like 4 o'clock. It'd normally be like 90 degrees, but this big front is pushed in and it's like low 70s. These deer are moving early. So we've got plenty of time. Man, that's a really nice deer. It's just so cool to have this amount of history in a place like this with seeing some of these deer year after year.
Oh, Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh,
Yes, thank you, Lord. Opening day, baby. 3 years. We had to have punched him in the heart. He went 20 yards and just keeled over. Oh my gosh, thank you, Lord. 3rd time's the charm. 3 years. I have had an encounter with this deer in a row, opening day, and we made it freaking happen. 3rd time's the charm, baby. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. He didn't go 20 yards and fell over. Then I sat and waited and waited and waited. Finally got the right shot, 25 yards. I think we punched right through his shoulder and right into him. He literally crashed. I mean, he's dead in seconds. Yes! This is a massive body for a Georgia deer. I'm just double checking real quick. Sometimes when you're dealing with small properties, there's a lot of property lines. I mean, it can be a matter of a couple feet, but he's definitely on us. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, look at his body. His body is huge. Unbelievable. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Let's freaking go. I have waited so long to put my hands on this deer.
What did you do?
I'm gonna need some help, Bubba. This deer's body is so freaking big.
I bet.
He went 20 yards and, 20 yards and piled up. Right next to my tree, basically.
Nice.
So, are you busy? I know you leave for an elk hunt tomorrow, but can I occupy you for a few minutes?
Yes, I will assist you.
Okay.
For a bit.
Okay, cool.
I'll head that way.
It's dark, and I'm waiting on friends for some help. And this is something I started doing during turkey season. Well, really just turkey hunting. To be honest with you, Dave Owens is, shout out to that guy. He's the one who kind of inspired me to do this. I started doing it with turkeys. Just like appreciating the moment. I think a lot of times we can rush through the moment and because we're excited to celebrate with friends. But I'm in the woods. It's just me. It's dark. Well, it's just me and this buck that I've had all these years of history with. And before all my friends get here and the help arrives and things get crazy, I'm gonna take a second just to myself and I'm gonna turn the camera off. And I'm probably gonna say a little prayer of some gratitude to be given for bow hunting and for the outdoors. I don't know what I would do without it. So